boys and I are here in London, England. We're going to do a ramble. A ramble's just a hike through the countryside, but we're going to make this a super ramble.
We're going up to the Yorkshire Dales, and we're searching for the best cask ale in the Dales.
We're going to go 60 miles in 6 days, 20 pubs, and try a cask ale in every pub we see.
Beautiful scenery, lots of beautiful people, but there's going to be some pain. The knees, the body will suffer, and I know the liver's going to take a beating.
Vamos, vamos!
I've never seen anything this beautiful.
This is crazy.
I can't believe how grey London is.
But it's a nice city.
Oh, a fabulous city.
The boys and I are here in London, England. This is kind of like a second home to me. I've lived here for about 11 years, and I love it. It's energetic, great architecture, great theater, great music. But everybody, when they think of England, they think of London. We're going to put a little Eagar twist on this. We're going to go up north. We're going to go to the Yorkshire Dales.
And our objective is to do a ramble, and on that ramble, find our favorite cask ale. A cask ale is a real ale, and it's the way ales have been made since they've been invented, without preservatives, without chemicals, unfiltered, unpasteurized, and the Yorkshire Dales are famous for them. The boys and I are going to stop at every pub we see and taste Yorkshire ales until they're coming out our ears in search of the best real ale we can find.
We've got a lot of walking ahead of us. About 60 miles, lots of hills, valleys, mountains. In true Eagar style, we're doing a little different. And we're headed over here in the winter. And we're avoiding the crowds. It gets a little bit touristy up there in the Dales.
Our plan is to take a train from London to Kettlewell, then spend the next 6 days walking a 60-mile loop around the Yorkshire Dales, finally ending up back in Kettlewell.
I'd say we get out of this rain, lads. I know a great jelly deal place down here. It's one of the oldest in London. You can get jelly deals, pie and mash.
I love some jelly deals.
It's a great joint. Wait till you see it.
Jeff, Steve, and I went to a pie shop. It's a century-old type of cafeteria. They don't have much for an extensive menu, just pies, mash, but they do one thing and they do it right. And that's the way it's always been done, you know? And the ladies that work there, wow, straight East Enders.
I've never had jelly deals before. Are they delicious? No.
Kind ladies. Didn't understand half of what they were saying, but lovely people.
This is jelly deals. Jelly deals? I don't think these look too good, actually. And they're cold.
Yeah, they're cold.
I thought they'd be hot.
Oh, I want a pie and mash. Please, please.
Which one's this? The stew deal?
That's stew deals. That's jelly deals.
Look at that jelly deals.
You've got salt, pepper, and vinegar.
I think this pie and mash looks delicious. Why do I have to eat the jelly deals? I don't want to.
Everything.
Okay,
I got stew deals.
we're three brothers, so
Share alike.
well, we don't share anything.
That time you learn.
All right, fellas, my first jelly deal.
I hope they taste better than they look.
Doesn't look good, actually. Ooh, it's a big jelly deal.
It's a big
Be careful, there's bones in there, right?
Oh.
That just looks horrible.
Oh, a bone. I don't like jelly deals.
Really?
I don't like them. I don't like your jelly deals.
Jeff had the jelly deals and I had the stew deals, and both of them were gross.
These aren't any better.
But it was a great pie shop. The pie was good. Squid's got the lucky one on that one.
How's the pie?
Nice. Yeah.
But I'm gonna try another one because maybe it's acquired taste. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
I don't like these jelly deals.
Yeah. The pie's the way to go.
Yet again, we had to run for another train. Nothing's worse, really, when you're traveling and your heart's at the bottom of your stomach and you're not sure if you're going to make your train and you're running and scrambling to make it.
Is this our train?
I think so.
Leeds, we could ask them.
Yeah, we're oh, yeah, it's the time.
It says Leeds?
Yeah.
I'd say we just get on.
Yeah, let's just get on.
Boys and I are here in London, England. We're going to put a little Eagar twist on this.
Jelly deals.
We're going to go up north. We're going to go to the Yorkshire Dales. Is this our train?
I think so.
Made it. Oh, yeah. We just barely made it. I mean, they literally were pulling out of the station as soon as we sat down.
Next 6 days, you're going to do nothing but walking through the Dales, nice pub lunches, nice pints. Oh, that is sweet. You don't get better than that, really. All depends on the weather, though.
Pints will still be there. Fireplaces will still be there.
Yeah, you want it to rain for 6 solid days.
I think that's the trade-off. You either go in summer for high season and it's flooded with tourists, or you go in the off-season and you have it to yourself.
I'd rather go in the off-season.
Well,
put
the
up with the
Eagar
rain.
brothers would never go anywhere peak season.
But last night, rolling into Kettlewell, you couldn't see anything around you. It was all dark. You couldn't see the hills. You couldn't see anything.
This is incredible.
Oh, it's a free house.
We're fine.
Does that mean the beer's free?
No. No, that means they can serve from any brewery they like.
Oh, that's a good thing.
There's a fourth person on this trip. He's a friend of a friend. His name's Mark Reed, and he's literally grown up in these dales. And maybe it's not traditional Eagar way, but we thought, you know, what better a person to have than a real expert?
Who's this fella? This is Elvis. Hey, Elvis.
Elvis! We're so excited to do this hike, I tell you. He looked like just the perfect Yorkshire character. Tough and strong, but kind and gentle. He's going to take us up and down these valleys and dales and guide us through this big maze of fields and valleys.
The way to sort of look at it is to do it as a journey, really, and you know, almost back in time, because we'll be walking on paths where, going back to the Bronze Age and about 4,000 years. So, and tomorrow we'll be walking on a Roman road, and so there's all this history that's just waiting to be discovered. But the only way to discover it is on foot.
Last night I had my first real ale, my first cask ale. And I think sometimes, just like any other first in your life, that's going to be the sip of real ale that I remember the most.
Wow, that's so good. Holy, just bursts with flavor in your mouth.
That is nice.
Wow, that's fantastic. Strange.
Nice, eh? Yeah, it's lovely.
I'm pretty turned on to cask ale now, and I think I'll be drinking quite a few real ales over the course of this trip.
This is Kettlewell here. So we're surrounded by these hills. This is a ridge of land. We've got Lissondale over here.
Mark was explaining the hike to us last night, and, you know, we'll be traveling between 15 to 10 miles a day. That's a lot of walking, and there's some rather big hills here. He was saying some of the hills get up to 2,000 feet. But the nice thing is, we'll be stopping at pubs along the way, so we'll be fueling up. You'll have a couple of drinks, a couple of cask ales to get you ready and get you back out on those hills. It's going to be a good trip. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see what's out there. We arrived in Kettlewell last night, and when we came, it was dark, so we couldn't see anything. And this morning, I woke up, and pheasants started to flutter about,
rolling hills of beautiful rock walls all the way around. It's absolutely spectacular. It's unbelievable. It's better than I thought.
Look at that.
It's a bitch for it.
So what do you do with these guys?
We want rabbits. We clear rabbits off for the farmer.
With these ferrets?
With these ferrets,
ferrets go down the hole.
We have special collars on them, bleeper collars, you know, so we can connect them underground. And they're bolt into rabbit nets.
Really?
Yeah, and then we eat them.
Well, I had rabbit pie last night, actually.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, if you're not with that, we'll drop you a couple off.
Yeah,
No,
if you're
right.
around, when we pass through, we'll be off in a couple of hours.
Really?
We'll be finished then.
Wow.
We're going right up on the fell up here now.
Are you? All right.
Whoa, this is the start of her up that. What do you call that thing? A
Fell?
Well, yeah.
Look at that.
That looks steep up there.
Oh, that is steep.
It is.
Yesterday we were in London, capital of England. Today, the Yorkshire Dales. The contrast between the two couldn't be any more drastic.
Mark, that's a little bit of an incline there.
It is. It is. We'll get the old heart going.
Just straight up the side of the valley, the dell.
There's lots of places in England that would claim to be the heart of England or Britain, but Yorkshire Dales, this might well be it. I think what we have for the next week, the people, the history, the culture, the surroundings, the views, it's going to be sensational. And we just want to get a little insight into this special little place and see how they do things and talk with the people.
Oh, that is nice. We got a bit of crack of light over there, lads.
Fantastic. Great view of the valley there.
Wow.
A sweeping place.
I'm really enjoying this trip. I'm a big fan of the outdoors, and I think that stems from my childhood. We didn't have a heck of a lot of money, so instead of going out to amusement parks, we go for hikes, and it was great. It just makes me feel like, you know, when I was a kid.
She's windy up here.
He's cold.
There's a real difference, isn't there?
Wow, yeah.
I'm worried about the weather. This weather can change in a second. And when we're up on the top of some of those fells and the look-offs, it can get dangerous and nasty pretty quick. So it's something, you know, that could easily spoil the trip.
You can feel the wind getting stronger.
Right in your face.
The height, you get a little higher, the wind gets stronger.
We're in one of the most remote parts of the Yorkshire Dales. And boy, can you tell, I mean, there's just nothing around us, just rolling hills. And it's blowing a gale up here. It is freezing.
But I understand why no one comes here and does these hikes really in February. It's cold.
When you come out of the valley, you think it's an all right day. You get a little bit of rain, but it's warm. But then as you're coming up the hill, the wind starts howling, and the rain comes, and it's a cold, bitter wind, man. It is cold up here. Oh, is that where we're going down there? It is. Wow.
That's where my next Cascale is going to be. Glad we're close, because I got to get out of this wind and this cold. Get into a warm pub.
I mean, you're right beside me. I can't hear you. It's so windy. It's incredible.
Then we came to the town of Buckton. Again, another nice little place.
I'm looking forward to your drink. Nice Cascale.
Oh dear.
But unfortunately, the pub was closed in Buckton.
Doesn't seem anyone at home.
It's closed. Serious?
Yeah. I think
It's
it's last
closed
order.
already?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I was hoping
So-
I'd have at least one pint before I got back up that hill.
The Packhorse Trail beckons.
There's lots of places in England that would claim to be the heart of England or Britain.
We clear rabbits off for the farmer.
But Yorkshire Dales, this could be it.
Absolute tranquility. No cell phones, no computers, no TVs, no cars.
The thing is, it takes a day to adjust. So you realise you don't really need that stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Yorkshire.
First day on our super ramble. This ramble is no joke. I think I kind of underestimated it. On the top of those peaks, as we were coming down, I was cold and I was wet and I was sore.
I haven't seen such a beautiful little sight like that in a long time.
Mark told us that he thinks the best part of a ramble is the approach at the end of the day when it's getting dark and you're cold and tired, and then you come into a pub. Well, we had it last night for the first time, and it makes all the hard walking during the day worthwhile.
Hello. You have some Yorkshire ale for us?
Certainly can have some Yorkshire ale.
And we're searching for our favorite Yorkshire ale. Each one of us is trying to find the one we like best.
All served in the nicest pub in the Yorkshire Dales.
Yes.
I think this is my favorite so far.
We're playing the game called Ring the Bull. I think it's the second oldest pub game. I think the first is checkers and the second is Ring the Bull.
And it was funny because then everybody started getting involved and a little bit of competition crept in there. But it's great. I mean, everybody's welcoming. I'm really enjoying this, and I knew I would.
Wakey, wakey.
What time is it?
6.
Oh, God. Seemed like a good idea to have those extra pints last night.
Before we headed out, we got fueled up with a traditional English breakfast.
What's this, Mark?
That's black pudding.
Black pudding.
Yeah.
What's
yes.
that made of?
Well, maybe I should tell you afterwards.
Oh,
You've
go ahead.
eaten it. It's made out of pig's blood.
Pig's blood?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to get out of my chair after I finish this. This is serious. There's fried bread under here, none of these eggs, some beans and sausage under the bacon, hash brown, tomatoes, mushrooms, and blood pudding.
Wow.
So you got like 3 meals in one in there.
Now this is funny though. Pig's blood tastes good.
It's nice, isn't it?
Black pudding is nice. And we came across a few lads playing some quoits. And quoits is similar to horseshoes. So a pretty basic game, but you know, it's been played for hundreds of years. So we thought we'd give it a try. And it turned out that it was a bit of a Canada versus England. And fabulous game. You know, the only thing missing was us not having pints in our hands. I think the lads thought they were just going to run us over and have an easy win. But yeah, we actually started doing pretty good. So in the end, we couldn't contain the English boys, and they got us, I think, in the last throw. But it was good fun.
It was a tight one. It was a tight one.
That was fun, man.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. That's a great game, man.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. It always seems like we're going up.
This super ramble is really a super ramble. It's taken the good out of me. Oh, I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm hungover, I've got a big fry-up sitting on my guts, and this is only the start of day 2.
Yeah, we're coming.
Maybe I ate too much breakfast. Too much blood pudding.
Starting a little slower this morning.
Step back 2,000 years, because this, along here, is a Roman road. So we're going to walk now. The footsteps of the Romans.
Wow. Do as the Romans
That's
did.
it.
What's all this? The dirt
These are
here?
molehills. So there's obviously a...
Oh, the moles kick the dirt up when they're digging.
Yeah, they're digging
down.
underground.
Wow. I wonder if the Romans were drinking real ale at some of these pubs back then.
Well, they think the Romans brought pubs to Britain, so...
Did
they?
Mark is a book of knowledge. He knows every nook and cranny and rock and stone and building. We're getting a full-on lecture here every time, every step, every path. It's just nice to be in these parts and sharing this trip with him.
It's crazy to think some people have a week on the beach. We're having a 6-day walking holiday.
Well, yeah, I think this rain and this wind's good for your complexion as well.
Certainly. Yorkshire tan.
Red, veiny cheeks from wind burning.
We went to Raydale Preserves yesterday, really old farmhouse and schoolhouse owned by a man named Derek.
The new, eh?
And he's a great guy, Yorkshire man.
No, you certainly lost without a dog. If you haven't got a dog.
He gave us a bit of a demonstration on his sheepdog, Dylan.
Oh, let's go.
Look at him rounding them up.
Wow, look at that.
He's great.
Whoa. That's
Bring him
spectacular. Holy, that is spectacular.
Like, that's incredible. That's great. Just a gorgeous dog, beautiful personality, and super intelligent. I think Dylan is more intelligent than Squids and Krusty, but and maybe me even.
He got him. He lost a sheep, but he went and got him and brought him back. Just one sheep. He got away.
Incredible.
I gotta get one of them dogs. Go get me a real ale.
There you go.
The boys and I thought, oh, the dog's doing all the work. We can do this. I mean, it's difficult. And without a dog, you'd be in the fields forever trying to get these sheep to where you wanted to go.
Oh, we lost two. Well, we'll send Dylan out to get him.
I'm really enjoying this trip. Great to be doing this walk with the boys. People always say, like, how can you get along so well with your brothers? Don't you guys fight? Yeah, we fight. I mean, sometimes we beat the heck out of each other.
You have the brains of a monkey.
Jeff and Steve got into one of their classic fights. I don't usually get involved too much for whatever reason. But those two guys, sometimes things come to a boil and then blasto, their fellas are off.
First day on our super ramble. I think I kind of underestimated it.
Sometimes we beat the heck out of each other. Mark and I were a little bit slower walking behind because we stopped to look at something, and Jeff and Chris went further on. And they just kept walking. And they took the totally wrong route.
Krusty said he was going the right way, but he wasn't. I was going the right way.
Jeff started yelling at me, asking me where I was. And I said, what do you mean where I was? I said, you went off the wrong friggin' path. Where the hell were you?
We started to argue, and the tension built, and he just wouldn't shut up. Sometimes Krusty just never shuts up, so I had enough.
But yeah, sometimes he's just got a big mouth, and he just pushes all the wrong buttons for me.
Luckily that the boys and I have such a good, tight relationship that as soon as it's over, we can shake hands and have a little hug and make up.
We don't fight often, but as quick as it starts, it ends just as quick. It's forgotten, man. We don't carry that stuff with us. It just, why bother? Just get it out and get it done. He's got sore ribs, though, so I did get a good one in there. So happy days to that.
1445.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling, Mark, the history in this building.
We were in pubs yesterday from the 15th century, and one of them, we went in and they had the horn.
So that's the original, the old one?
That's the old one up there, yes.
How old do you think that is?
That would be about, I'd say about 800-year-old.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
The horn that they used to blow to bring any walkers or travelers home, because it would be getting dark or late, and there's wild animals in the woods.
Is there any technique to it?
Yeah, I'll just blow it. Blow it well.
They're coming. I can see them coming over the hill.
The thing that surprised me was they let us take the horn out and blow the thing. I mean, in any other country, it'd be in a museum, and it'd be locked down in a box. The hospitality and the generosity and the friendliness of these people is outstanding. This might be my new #1, boys.
He says that every drink he has. He says,
everyone you try, you say that.
Have you noticed that yet, Mark?
My favorite pub so far on this journey was the Victoria Arms. I mean, it wasn't even a pub. It was the farmer's living room.
Years ago, lots of country pubs used to also be farmers that supplement their income by selling beer.
Really? Does he make his own beer? No.
No, he doesn't. Well, I've been in a few times where he's had, a sheep with some lambs in front of the fire, and so he's...
Really?
And what a great little spot. It was just one room, and there was stuff everywhere. I mean, there was badgers on the wall, there was fox on the wall, there was trout on the wall, postcards everywhere. I mean, it was just, you felt like you were in someone's home, and that's what you were.
But the father and son that were there, and what a great bunch of people.
That's a bit darker. The color of this one's a bit darker.
Yeah, it's not dark, it's a bit stronger beer, this is.
It's full flavour. It's got quite a roasted flavour to it.
To the Victoria Arms?
Cheers. At one point, the landlord was like, "Oh, I got this letter here from the Queen, and she invited me to the garden party. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go or not." I'm like, "Wow, you got a letter from the Queen? You're crazy! What an honor!"
Does it ever get sunny up here?
Who?
Does it ever get sunny up here?
Sunny?
Sunny.
Not very often.
Not too often, eh?
Not very often.
No.
We've seen about the most 10 days between last year and this year. There's nobody about at present.
No.
That's why we came here.
Very few.
Just the crazy ones out walking in the winter.
All bloody Dale to yourself.
That's what we aim for.
We started the day and had to do a massive uphill trek, and the fog was so thick, you know, you couldn't even see about 20 feet in front of you.
Yeah, today's a bit dirtier.
A bit. You can't see anything. Look behind you, nothing. Oh boy, Mother Nature is throwing everything at us. Apparently, this behind me is one of the nicest views in the Dales. You can't see anything. Mother Nature, what are you doing? She's beating us. Oh, geez, rain all over the lens. Wow. I can't even hear Mark and Bass, and they're 2 feet away. Wow. Is it always this windy up here, Mark?
Well, at this time of year, we go into end of winter, going into spring. It can change by the day, and we've just got a weather front coming through. A bit of low pressure, so you got the cloud and the wind. But it can clear, and this afternoon we might have some sunshine. But you know, tomorrow morning we could get up and it could be a nice frosty morning and blue skies. So
I liked what you called it. What did you call it? A lazy wind?
Yeah, well, it goes through you rather than around you because it's lazy.
I love it, lazy wind.
Wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, the mist is lifted, and look at that. It just.
I didn't think it was going to end. I thought the fog was set in for the day, but suddenly it just bang-o. It lifted in the blink of an eye.
There's an impressive view just over here.
Oh, now that's a view.
Oh, man.
Wow. Holy.
Be careful, though. The wind is
boys. Yes.
That's windy. Careful, it's windy.
Yeah, don't go too close.
Yeah. That's a stunning view.
That wind is so strong. It just stands you straight up. Woo, that's so strong.
All bloody Dale to yourself.
Today we're hitting the halfway mark of our super ramble through the Dales.
This might be my new #1, boys.
Wow, look, you can see the fire coming from the blacksmith shop. That is classic.
We also poked our heads into a living, working blacksmith.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Whoa.
The history here is mind-boggling. It blows me away. It truly is magnificent.
So was your father a blacksmith?
Yeah, my father and 6 generations before him, 5 generations before him.
5 generations?
Yes.
And in this shop?
In this shop.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot of history.
It is a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot of history.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be like a decorative sheep's head on the top of a fire poker. That's if I don't go wrong.
His great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a blacksmith in the same shop that he was standing in. For hundreds of years, his family have been working metal. That's hard to believe. And the tools that Stephen was using were made by his family 6 generations ago. It was a living museum.
Is there any way one of us could give that a whack?
Yeah, if you want to have a go.
Yeah, I'm on the bellows.
You sit over there and have a cup of tea.
Thanks very
Take a break, and we'll finish one of your orders for you. Hammer in hand.
Be careful.
She's ready to go. Look out. Just put her on flat.
Yeah, put it on. Well, no, just up a touch to about there.
Up a touch.
Yeah.
And what am I making?
It's up to you.
What do you want me to make you?
I don't know.
A hog's head?
How long
duck?
has the blacksmithing business been in your family?
Well, what time do we come in here? It's not flush with the anvil, so it doesn't... Ah, it's bending. You really do have to be patient and focused and know what you're doing, know where you're going with it.
Here's two animals. Well, try to guess. This is Jeff's duck, and this is Stephen's ram. You can tell who's the real legend in this one. 6 generations right here, 2 minutes work. It's pretty easy to tell, hey?
At a nearby pub, we sat down to dinner.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
The food in these pubs is luxurious. It's like gourmet food.
And everything's local produce. Nothing's shipped in, and everything's fresh from, you know, the river that day, if it's fish or from a farm. It's beautiful.
We're officially half through this hike, I think.
Are we halfway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say it's all downhill, but it's not.
It's all uphill.
It's all uphill from here.
You know what? I think it's my #1 ale.
Oh, my
I think
God.
it's up there now,
That's
my
a
#1.
surprise.
Here we go.
We stayed a little too long in the pub, so once again, we had to finish the day walking in the dark.
They're ringing those bells in there. Let's go in and see if we can watch or something, or have a look, or...
We were just about to head to the Bridge pub, and straight across from it is this beautiful old cathedral. And just as we were going into the pub, we heard the bells start ringing. And so, of course, the Eagar brothers are going to go check it out. And we poked our head in, and there they were, a big group of them, just working on the bells.
I feel like I should have a hump on my back or something. Blink my eye. How are you?
It was a bell-ringing club. A bell-ringing club. They get together every Friday to practice ringing the bell.
The bells are actually on a wheel. This is the crucial thing. But this is an entirely English thing. No other nationality rings bells on wheels other than the English.
So does that make a better sound?
It makes two things. It makes a better sound. It also makes it much louder.
Oh, really?
Which is the crucial bit.
So how does it work in the wheel? It brings it up and then down?
Yep. Bell music is entirely mathematical. It has nothing to do with normal conventional music at all. It's based on permutations of numbers, effectively.
I thought that was just a big game of Sudoku or something.
It was fantastic. We gave it a go, and it's not what you'd expect, you know. You have 1 or 2 tons of steel above your head, and pulling on a rope. I kept thinking that the beams would give way and this big bell would topple on my head.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Look, 2. Trouble's going. It's just gone.
Afterwards, the bell ringers joined us at the local pub.
And we're sitting around having a couple pints. And one of the locals said to us, "Oh, you boys ever have a yard before?" And we're like, no.
It's this thing here. A yard of ale.
Oh, man.
How many pints goes in there?
2 1/4.
2 1/4.
That's a big glass, you're saying?
Yeah, it's a big glass.
Odds and evens, the yard. He's drinking a yard of ale.
Oh, no! Oh, all right. Fantastic.
Actually, the yard's almost bigger than him, so he's going to struggle with it.
This thing looks a little bit illegal to me, this yard. But, okay,
Look what's going into it. Look what's going into it.
Yeah, no.
All of that.
How do you hold it?
Take it gradually.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Very, very gradually. But when it gets to that bowl, you got to be twist.
So how do you, okay, I'll get this thing, and then you twist it a little bit.
Look at this size of that thing. Come on. It is almost bigger than you. Come on, son.
That thing is a monster.
How long has the blacksmithing business been in your family?
What time do we come in here?
Second last day of the ramble. This trip has been hard, but when you work hard at something, you get something great in return.
That thing is
Good luck.
Okay, come on, Bass.
I think when Jeff did his yard, it was quite fitting of his character. You know, he's a hardy lad, he's tough, he's up for any challenge. And I thought, yeah, it was a good example when Jeff was doing that yard of ale. Like Steve said, I think the yard was almost as big as he was, but, you know, he just shies away from nothing.
You did very well there, actually.
He's twisted.
I got some in my eye. Glad that was good work on your yard of ale. Mark, I'm gonna have to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. I'll start my ramble at maybe 10 o'clock.
I'm not feeling too bad. We're getting towards the end of the trip, and I think so much hiking and so much drinking real ale that my body's really starting to feel it. So that yard didn't help last night, but it's a great thing to do. Great fun, great experience. So this is the start of the second last day.
That's it, yeah.
And let me guess, Mark, we're going to start with a hill.
Well, that's right, yes.
This is the church we were ringing the bells at last night.
Have a look then.
Yeah. Jeez, it's beautiful in the day.
Yeah. It's got some interesting features.
This one?
But yeah, we're just going to have a look.
Really? Like?
Just here, tucked away, is this tiny little window is the leper's squint. Because anyone with a skin problem, they classed as a leper in medieval times. And you have to stand outside and you can see the altar through that little window.
Wow. That's harsh.
Tough way to watch a service. You can only do one leper at a time.
Really, couldn't you?
So the bells we rang last night, they're training again.
I could play that too. After my practice last night.
When this church was built back in Norman times, the whole of Sweldale was a Norman hunting forest for the lords of Richmond Castle. And the lords came up and they were having their pre-hunt service and their foot soldiers were outside sharpening their arrows on this stonework ready for the hunt. 700, 800 years old.
You know everything about everything.
I know the Dales quite well, yeah.
Wow. I think this is my new favorite.
Halfway through our trip, we stopped at Bolton Castle.
Oh, you can start to see the castle there through the trees.
Serious?
Oh, my. You couldn't get a better backdrop for a castle.
No.
Wow.
No,
That's so dramatic. Yep. I'd love to be able to say, yes, that's my castle. I own it. It's all my land. Get off.
The funniest thing about it was when we met Tom, the heir to the castle, the next in line. Down to earth, good fella.
Well, yeah. Got here safely.
You're Mr. Bolton?
No, I'm Tom Ord-Paulet is my surname. This is my father's name's Bolton.
Oh, your dad's name is Bolton.
Yeah.
When does this date back to? 1399?
1399 it was finished, yeah. It took 20 years to build. So they got the license to crenellate, which is basically the sort of permission from the king to build a castle in 1378.
Well, shall we go in and have a look?
Yeah, come on in.
Would you mind showing us your castle?
No, not at all.
Thank you, Tom.
Wow. He turned out to be a great guy. He's just like you and I, except he owned a castle.
What do you... Oh, he's shot in the gate.
Yeah, they didn't hit that in 1399, eh? That's got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
But it was a great visit. The castle was incredible to walk around the castle, see the dungeon.
So they just chucked them down there?
I think, yeah, they'd have just been dropped down into there and...
In some of our trips, I've stayed in places kind of like that.
Really? When Mary Queen of Scots stayed here, she would have almost certainly lived in this bedroom.
She wasn't living rough?
No. She wasn't, she wasn't in the dungeon.
Jumping.
I do think it's a misconception, though, just because Tom was heir to the throne and the castle was in their family. I mean, that doesn't mean that they're going to be super wealthy. He is a hard worker, just like you or I. And the upkeep alone to try and maintain 600-year-old castle. That would get very expensive. It's the kind of stuff you dream about when you're a little child going to a castle, and it's crazy to think that that castle's been in Tom's family for 20 generations. Fantastic, and that's what you expect here in the Yorkshire Dales.
Well, we've been drinking a ton of pints this week, and finally one of us got behind the bar to pull our own pint.
2 pulls.
There's no head on that, Squids. There's no head on that. I'm not drinking that rubbish. That guy's useless.
Okay, you're gonna have to drink that while I try another one.
But the good thing about this, if he keeps pouring rubbish drinks, I just keep drinking them until he gets a good one.
All right, watch out.
Well then.
Ah, okay, so you really have to come on to it, eh?
There is a little knack to it, you know. If you're pouring a Yorkshireman's pint, it's got to be properly done.
By the end of the night, he might do okay.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone?
They see no rubbish yet.
Anyone need a beer?
I will certainly try a beer, yes, if you're in the training school.
Where are you at? Sorry?
I'll have a bitter, please.
Are you from Yorkshire, sir?
I am from Yorkshire. Born, bred, proud of it.
Really?
Right over here, sir.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think for a trainee, we'll say cheers.
Yeah. Just wait until you taste it.
It looks like it's a teacher. Well done. I think that's a good
Cheers,
thing
sir.
coming from you, sir, because it looks like you might have drank a few pints in your day.
Occasionally.
Well, that's a big sip.
Yorkshire Gold.
Nice.
That sounds like it's good.
Yorkshire Gold. You don't get better than gold, do you?
Oh.
We're nearly as mean as a Scot.
Cheers. Cheers. We're on the home stretch. We're on to our final destination of Kettlewell. And I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to miss more. I don't know if I'm going to miss the fells and the valleys, or the beer, or the food, or the Yorkshire people. I mean, everything's been great. I'm kind of sad to think that this is the last hill I'm going to have to climb, and it's the last descent. Oh, look at that sun.
Fantastic.
You did say we were going to get some on the last day.
The only problem is, lads, we spent too long in the pub, so time's running out, and if we have to think of well, we have to get our move on anyway.
Hey. Maybe we can get a tractor.
Yeah.
Catch a tractor. Maybe.
Hello. You wouldn't happen to be going up to the top of the dale, would you?
Yes.
Yeah? If we get in the back, you want back and give us a lift? Is that all right? Yeah, it's all right, yeah. Brilliant.
Let's go relax, boys. This is a great ride, man. This works out perfect.
Yeah, nice sun today.
Sitting in the back of the tractor, catching the ride.
But I don't want to miss that view of Kettlewell.
No, well, you know.
It's the last descent. We're not really cheating here, I don't think.
It's just a tactical detour.
Well, if we don't take this chuck, we may miss out on our view into Kettlewell.
Yeah, well, we ended up in the dark, so we had too long in the pub. It's not my fault.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
We've been on the road for 6 days, but it feels like 6 weeks. All the things I've done and the people I've met.
Yeah, it's all right, yeah. Brilliant.
Let's get relax, boys.
Whatever.
Come on, Elvis, let's go. You're right, Mark, though it doesn't feel the same taking any transportation other than your feet, eh?
Well, if you don't tell anyone.
We have enough time now. Get that view.
Oh, wow.
Originally, this trip was very much a search for us looking for our favorite ales. But, you know, it quickly became that was a very low priority. The beer meant less and less as we went along, and it was just about Yorkshire culture and heritage.
We're the Eagar brothers. We only do crazy destinations. And when we told all our friends that we were coming to England, they couldn't believe it. England isn't a strange and wild, exotic place, but I think that we knew what we were doing when we came here, We came in February when it was cold and drizzly. Yorkshire Dales blew me away. And I'll never forget this trip. It was perfect.
And I must say, I felt a little bit of sadness coming over that hill to Kettlewell. I really was thinking, I'm going to miss these walks. I'm going to miss the Dales.
Is that Kettlewell there?
Just over this little brow wood. We're going to drop down into it now.
Wow, that's
going to appear any second now.
And that's it.
Johnny.
Yeah.
That's it, full circle. End of the
We made
journey.
it.
Ah, nice work, my man.
That's pretty.
Those are some serious hills that we hit.
So they were.
Look at that. That is unbelievable walk. Holy.
That's not a walk, that's a journey.
That's it.
That's an adventure, a journey.
Do you feel like you know the Dales now?
Oh, yeah?
I can't wait for the next trip.
The boys and I made it to Africa, and we're here in Morocco to bury some Eagar brother treasure. This is what I expected from Marrakesh.
We're going to take camels way out in the desert, and then we're going to bury the treasure box in the middle of nowhere.
The plan is get a GPS reading on the exact location, so then if anyone wants to come and dig it up, it's there ready and waiting.
Vamos, vamos!
I've never seen anything this beautiful.
This is crazy.
A normal person comes to Morocco for a nice, relaxing holiday. My brothers and I aren't normal. Nothing we do is normal, and of course, we come to Africa with a different purpose than everyone else. We're on a mission. We're not just here to enjoy the sights and sounds and smells of Morocco. We're here to enjoy that on our way to the desert to bury a treasure.
We're just going to put little trinkets in there from Chris's hometown of Australia, mine in England, Jeff's in Japan.
It's filled with goodies from all over the world, a bit of Eagar Brothers stuff, and it's going in the sand.
We're starting here in the ancient heart of the country, Marrakesh. We're going up into the rugged and rough Atlas Mountains. From there, we're going to go down the other side into the wonderful Draa Valley as we make our way further and further out into the Sahara Desert until we find our perfect spot to bury our Eagar brother treasure.
I wouldn't mind getting something to eat. I'm starving.
Oh, look at them. Wow. Have you guys had sheep's head before?
No.
Not like that.
I didn't think you'd cook sheep's head. And of course, we're the Eagar brothers, so you can't walk by a big sheep's head without giving one a try.
Sheep's head tangina?
Yes.
Is it delicious?
Yes, very good.
Very delicious?
I was thinking more like couscous bread, not goat's
No, let's
head.
get a sheep's head.
Dude pulled this big, huge sheep's head out of the clay oven and split it in half, plopped it down on the table, and this goat's head was staring at us.
All of a sudden, I'm not so hungry.
I don't know. That looks, we've eaten some strange stuff. Never sheep's head.
Morocco is known for dirty food and making you sick. In Morocco, it's called Pasha's Revenge. I'd be very surprised if one of us three didn't come away from Morocco without getting some serious Pasha's Revenge.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah?
That is so delicious.
It didn't look pretty, but if you could get over having the sheep looking back at you, then it tasted really nice.
I don't know what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat with this. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's the eyeball.
Yeah, that's a socket.
The boys kind of told me to try the eyeball, and I ate it. I put it in my mouth, and as I was chewing it, it popped, and all this stuff came out, and I almost threw up. It was absolutely disgusting. The middle's a bit, it's like glue.
And then I found out from the cook, he said, you eat everything but the ear and the eyeball. That explains why the eyeball was so disgusting. Everything else was good, but I'd stay away from the eyeball. Ugh.
There's the
sun goes down, the market comes up. The Jema El Fana market. It's the heart and soul of Marrakesh. It's just a dynamic night market. The lights begin to come on and twinkle in the darkness. The storytellers come out, the jugglers come out, the musicians come out, the thieves come out, and it's just this great big swirling mass of food and entertainment and tourists and locals, and it's just the most marvelous marketplace in the world.
I love these songs, it's brilliant.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, it really does come alive, and everyone is vying for business. Everybody's pulling on you and grabbing on you and telling you to come in to eat at their place, and literally, they all are pulling you by the arm.
Smells good.
Yeah, because my mother good food.
At your mom?
Yeah, my mother.
Wow.
And there's these two belly dancers all dressed up. And then one of the locals told us that they're men dressed up as women. Then all of a sudden they came over and grabbed Jeff and Chris and dragged them out into the middle of the circle. Oh, boys. What happens in Morocco stays in Morocco.
We just found ourselves the perfect treasure chest, so now we're making our way to the desert. We're gonna bury it. On this trip, we want to travel by Berber taxi. Berber taxis are named after the indigenous people of North Africa. They'll take you anywhere, but you have to share the ride with strangers.
Here. This is the Grand Taxi stand, and this is where we start.
These are all the Berber taxis that we're looking for?
These are the Berber taxis. We'll go to Demnant, change cabs, and head up into the Atlas Mountains.
It's going to be weird leaving sun into snow.
We could have rented a Jeep in Marrakesh, or we could get on a tourist bus, but that's not the way the Eagar brothers roll. So Berber taxis are a perfect mode of transport.
Demnant! Demnant!
What's the name of the place? Demnant?
Demnant.
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 We brought some sleds all the way from Canada to do some tobogganing.
Demnant! Demnant!
Demnant?
Demnant! Yeah. Where?
Trying to get a cab out of Marrakesh was so difficult. I mean, we had to haggle and barter, and as soon as it seemed that we arranged a drive, for some reason, they'd say no.
Let's try again.
Was that he said yes or no?
I had no idea what was going on. I know very little French, no Arabic, and it's just, the communication's so difficult, and it's so draining.
Tres frères. Oh, okay.
There's a million cabs here, and we're struggling to get one to where we want to go. Look at all these friggin' taxis, and we can't even get one of them.
Damnat! Nobody wants to take us to Damnat.
I thought everybody would be jumping at the chance. The boys and I are here in Morocco.
The main form of transport to Morocco for the Eagar brothers this trip is Berber taxi.
Nobody wants to take us to Damnat.
C'est problème.
Oh yeah, collective. Collective.
Damnat.
Damnat. This?
Okay.
Oui.
Mentally, it was absolutely exhausting. It's really difficult to try to communicate in a different language. And I kind of wish I paid a little bit more attention in French class, because my French is not very good.
Okay.
Allez, Damnat.
That was the shore, man. Oh, darn it.
But we ended up getting a cab, which was great.
Finally, we're on our way.
Oh shit, this is.
Finally, all right. All right, now we're going finally.
Oh shit. Went through about a million taxis.
Oh. Okay, yalla. Oh, gasoline. Oh, look, we now we get gasoline.
We just finally get on the road, and then you have to stop.
Oh yeah.
We haven't even driven for 3 minutes.
No.
Français? Parlez-vous français?
Non,
non français.
Parlez-vous
know say?
Arabic what?
No, Arabic. Arabic. Oh no, we got to brush up.
The languages here in Morocco, there's a few different. You have Arabic, then French, and where we're going, there's going to be Berber. They have their own language and different dialects as well, so that could create a bit of trouble, you know.
My hips over. Get comfy. It's an hour and a half, 2 hour drive.
The other worry that I have is the weather.
Apparently, it's been the most rain ever in the last 35 years. Heavy, heavy rains. Later in this trip, rain could cause floods. Up in the mountains, it would be snow. So that is a concern, getting up over the pass and getting into the desert. Will we be able to? Who knows?
We had to break the journey to the Atlas Mountains in half, stopping first in Demnat.
Demnat is a junction town, so you go there and then you can get another bus or taxi or whatever and continue on to your journey.
My hip.
We said goodbye to the driver and the other passenger and looked for our next ride.
Shukran. Let's get another taxi now, boys, up to the Atlas.
Wow, he drove like an animal. I was scared for my life in that trip.
Italy, taxi. Italy.
And we couldn't believe how difficult it was to get a blooming taxi. I don't know what it was, the color of our skin or just our bad language, whatever. Maybe we're just so damn ugly.
Oh, this?
White. But did, however, finally get a lift with a Moroccan Berber.
Collective?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Oh, this is serious.
I've never seen a car in this bad shape in my life.
Our second taxi ride was great. He was a Berber, and he was so kind and gentle. He couldn't speak French, he couldn't speak Arabic, he could only speak Berber. And boy, was he a nice guy. Without even communicating in the same language, you could tell he was a gentle soul and a kind heart.
It's a wonder how this car even runs.
We're going into the high Atlas Mountains today. These are serious mountains, 4,000-meter peaks.
Look, this is getting out there in the middle of nowhere, boys.
This is rural Morocco. There's no cell phones, there's no police stations. You're out there in the middle of nowhere, and it's dangerous and it's real. Inshallah, God willing, we get through okay.
That's classic. He's gonna pray.
Wow.
Just pulls over. Amazing religion, eh?
Was halfway through our second journey, Hassan stopped the car for his afternoon prayers. You have to admire and respect someone for that. Nothing gets in his way between him and his religion.
This is just like the Rocky Mountains in some respects. As we got into the mountains, the Atlas Mountains, it was absolutely magical.
You know?
Look at the mountains. Atlas.
Atlas. Atlas. Atlas.
Wow.
Up here in the sun.
We asked the driver to stop as soon as we saw a good hill for sledding.
Stop. 1, 2, 3.
Tobogganing in the high Atlas Mountains in Morocco. You don't do it very often, and it was a pretty exhilarating feeling. Zooming down that snow with that beautiful mountain range out in front of you, and I felt like a kid again. When we were young, my brothers and I used to go tobogganing all the time, and we had a blast.
Those people at the airport thought we were idiots for bringing our toboggans. Come on, let's go, Hassan. You get in the front, I get in the back. Woo!
Shukran.
Wouldn't want to be doing it with anyone other than my brothers. They're the best guys ever to have traveling with you. We're so in tune, we get along so well. Brothers, my best friends.
After the toboggan ride, we hopped back in the taxi, and Hassan, the taxi driver, took us to a little Berber village, just nestled in a valley.
And these people were so hospitable.
Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ça va?
Ça va bien. Et tout?
Gracias.
Wow, this is incredible. This is in the middle of nowhere.
We arrived into this little town after dark, so we didn't really get to see it. No power, no electricity, no telephones, no TV.
It's going to be so beautiful in the morning here when we see this. So beautiful. We're going into the high Atlas Mountains today. These are serious mountains, 4,000-meter peaks. You're out there in the middle of nowhere, and it's dangerous and it's real. Inshallah, God willing, we get through okay.
Wow, look at that.
It's a jalaba because you said you were cold.
The Berber people are wonderful. They're so kind, so gentle, and just so hospitable.
Wow.
Very good. This is great. It weighs unbelievable. You'd never get cold in this.
You could sleep outside.
Magnifique.
When we got in, we were pretty tired and exhausted, but they had a little tea ceremony.
Yeah.
It's just a nice tradition. Very little alcohol here in Morocco, so it'll be pretty much a dry week for us lads.
We came into the house, they made us a big, beautiful meal, all local produce. They grew everything. They grew their walnuts, their almonds. They made jam from the trees that they have in the valleys.
They served us tagine, a slow-cooked stew named after the pot it's cooked in.
Wow. Oh, beautiful.
So looking forward to
A little bit chilly, though. Sleeping in our room must have been about +3 or 4. You could see your breath. It was very cold. But that's what us brothers like. We like roughing it. We like basic living with the people and doing what they do.
I cannot wait to see that valley tomorrow.
So today's day 3 on our trip, and we just had a nice little breakfast out in the sun. Again, it doesn't get any better. Homemade olive oil, homemade honey, homemade bread, and just sat in the sun. Ait Ali is a cluster of about 10 Berber families living in mud brick houses.
This is just such an incredible place to be and spend some time with these people, and it's a real privilege. And I find them so hospitable and so generous. You just feel so good when you're here in the mountains with these Berbers.
This is what travel is all about for me. Meeting people, learning about cultures, it's great. I mean, these people are so friendly and so kind. It's so nice to have the opportunity to travel and meet people like this and learn about new cultures. It's very humbling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ladies.
Au revoir. Shukran.
Goodbye, Mohammed. Good luck with all your goats. 400 goats.
Oh, okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
We left the little village, hoping to hitchhike out of the mountains to Ouarzazate in the Draa Valley.
So I guess we'll just keep walking and enjoying this beauty until a shared taxi comes along or truck or anything.
Any vehicle.
No power,
Not much traffic, but all we need is one man.
Ça va?
Some of the local children followed us for part of the trek.
I wonder what village this is. I have no idea. You don't think we're gonna drive up here?
I thought we were going to struggle to get a drive because, I mean, these roads up there in the Atlas Mountains are so desolate, and it doesn't seem like there's many people around.
Do we have much water? Because if we're gonna be walking a long distance, I only got half a jug.
Yeah, we have enough. Just stop at a village, the next village, and
Yeah, where's that?
eat some more.
Boys, try to wave down this truck. Let's try to grab this one. But there's a lot of Berber buses going back and forth from Marrakesh to Ouarzazate. And, you know, it didn't take as long as I thought for picking up a drive.
Can we stop, Mr. Mushka?
Yes. Stop. Oh, all right.
I think he said yep. Oh, this would be great, boys. If we ride up on this, you'll have a great view.
There wasn't enough room for us in the van itself, so they told us to go up top. And I'm certainly glad they did, because that was the best seat in the house.
That's a Berber bus. on a Berber bus, you fill up the inside, and when the inside's full, you fill up the roof.
And what a magnificent trip. Boy, I tell you. Probably thus far, it's been the highlight of my trip. I find, you know, tour packages and those kind of deals, they're great for some people, but too restrictive for me and the bros. So we like just getting out there, doing our own thing.
Now, that is beautiful.
That's good tobogganing there, isn't it?
That's what it was all about, being on the top of that roof, just driving through the Atlas Mountains and taking it all in.
Look at the mountains behind you.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Look at the view from here.
Wow, that's Ouarzazate down there.
Look at how green that is.
That is Ouarzazate? Oh,
River running
wow,
right through.
that's fantastic. Little
That
village,
is
a village in the middle of
stunning.
nowhere.
We found out the van wasn't going quite all the way to Ouarzazate, so we got dropped off in the middle of the Draa Valley and had to walk the rest of the way.
Sukran! What a drive. That was great. That was a good drive.
You could really notice the temperature. When we came out of the high Atlas Mountains, you could feel the temperature automatically just go up about 10 to 15 degrees. I mean, it is warm here.
I'm gonna wash my undershirt in Ouarzazate tonight.
Oh, it is hot. I'm getting a little annoyed carrying those sleds around. You know, hopefully you can use them on the sand dunes, but if not, I'll be really pissed off that I've been lugging them around all this time because they're big and cumbersome, and it seems like the boys aren't helping me carry them. They want to bring them, but they don't want to carry them.
I am sick of carrying these sleds. I'm not carrying these anymore. Just leave them.
No, cake them. Let someone else carry them. I'll carry the treasure chest for once.
No.
Seems to drive me insane. Why are we lugging these across the desert?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I wonder what village this is.
So we finished the high Atlas Mountains, and in the next couple of days, we're going to reach the Sahara Desert. But at the moment, we still have to travel through the Draa Valley.
Oh, it is hot.
I'm looking forward to having a bath. I smell like a mountain goat. We've been in the Atlas Mountains now for a few days, and I haven't showered, and I'm filthy. So we're gonna go have a hammam, a Moroccan bath, and try to scrape some of this dirt off me. They're gonna be having their hands full trying to get the dirt off me right now. I am filthy.
Oh. For me?
Yeah. Oh, how many buckets?
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
So is this the Sahara? What is this? I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, wow.
The routine is you go into a hot bath, and then a local man comes in and he scrubs you down, and then he starts kind of massaging you, I suppose, but just twisting you around.
It's quite strange, actually, to be in there in a dark, steamy room with a Moroccan man pounding on you and twisting you up. Took me a little bit of time to become comfortable.
Feels good.
They really scrub you hard. I mean, they scrub a couple layers of skin off your body. But I liked it. I really, really enjoyed that part. It was relaxing. The only thing I really didn't like is the fact that you're laying on the hard floor and it's kind of a bit slimy, and, you know, people have been in there with their skin rubbed off and it's all on the floor. And that bit was kind of, I tried not to think about that bit because that was a little bit disgusting.
Like, this road's just gonna get smaller and smaller and turn into one lane, and then after the next 250 kilometers, it just stops right at the edge of the desert.
I really don't know if it's worth carrying these stupid sleds with us.
Today, we're going to try to get another collective Berber taxi or truck or van or whatever we can get. We have about 300 kilometers between the base of the high Atlas Mountains and the Sahara Desert, and that's the Draa Valley that we have to travel through, so we'll see what kind of rides we can get.
Let's try to get any vehicle, yeah? Berber taxi, pickup, truck, anything
that's moving that we can get on. Just get it.
Agnes! Agnes? No, full? Complete. Complete? Ah, okay. Yeah, very full, holy. Okay. Merci beaucoup. We need to get something big enough for us, our bags, 3 toboggans, and a treasure chest.
Get this guy.
There, here.
Agnes!
Ah, that was perfect.
It was full of sheep, that one.
Who cares?
Garbage truck? Shall we wave down a garbage truck?
No, man.
I'm only joking.
We are in no rush. You get there today, you get there tomorrow.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Ça va bien?
Feels good. Halfway through another crazy Eagar adventure. We're hitting the road again, gonna try and flag down some rides, get a taxi, bus, whatever, make our way to the desert.
Oh, man. You gotta point that way, Baz.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one, boys.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hello, sir. Bonjour.
We tried hitchhiking. We didn't go to the bus stop. It took a little while. A few rides were full, or they wouldn't let us on the roof. But we finally got a fella, another Hassan, or second Hassan, and great dude. He was very funny and very friendly.
Hassan, Zagora, Sahara.
Sahara.
Fantastic.
Desert.
Fantastic. We're going to the desert, boys. We're going to the desert.
This cab ride was going to take us to the edge of the Sahara Desert at the little town of Mahamid.
It was a long day. It was a hard day. I mean, we spent all day pretty much in a taxi. I mean, you're hunched over in the taxi, and you can't really see out the windows. You can't roll down the windows. She's tough going. But there was some nice respite from the taxi drives. I mean, the Draa Valley is absolutely stunning.
And the Draa Valley is just a beautiful little garden oasis. The Draa River runs through the valley, and it just nourishes everything, turns everything green.
Beautiful.
This could be anywhere. I'd never guess this was Morocco. Look at how green this grass is.
Yeah,
it's
you wouldn't
lush.
think. Beautiful. You wouldn't think we're on the edge of the desert, eh?
I'll let you go first in case of snakes or vipers or anything.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful that place is. We made it to an incredible Kasbah. It literally was in the middle of nowhere. That is gorgeous, man.
Wow.
Looks like it's been there since the start of time. I could only envision what that place would have looked like when it was brand new. People hustling, bustling all around the place. It really would have been an incredible sight.
This beautiful, magnificent mud brick fortress or castle has been just abandoned for more modern type of living. Anywhere else in Canada or America and Europe, it would be a museum piece, and you'd have to pay money to go in, and you wouldn't be allowed touching it or climbing on it. And, but there was no one there. My brothers and I at sunset were scrambling around this beautiful old piece of Moroccan culture, and it was just something I've never seen, and it was just magical.
Last night we arrived too late. Probably rolled in around midnight, so we didn't really get to see the village and where we are. But this morning, I've just woke up and I've had to look around. It's magnificent. The desert, this is it. You know, we're right at the edge of the desert now. This is where the road ends. And from here, it's just camels and sand dunes, and that's it. You see my friend behind me, he's just taking his camel for a walk. It's crazy. This is exotic, boy.
try to search the village today for someone who can take us on a camel safari out to the real sand dunes. Look around this village, see if we can find a guide who has some camels and a tent and take us out into the proper Sahara.
Assalamu alaikum. Rashid? Ah,
Found you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bonjour, salam alaikum. Labas. Sahara guide.
Sahara guide.
Oh, fantastic. Trois camels?
Three camels.
3 camels?
Yeah, okay.
3 camels.
Yeah.
For working from desert.
Yes, today?
Today.
Can we go today?
Today.
No problem?
No problem.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
This morning, inshallah, God willing, we met Rashid. Great dude. And he's going to take us out in the Sahara Desert. You know, as a kid, I always used to think the Sahara, magical place of just sand and camels. And today, we're going out there.
Ah, yeah, get him to stop.
Baraka! Baraka!
Ah,
Boys!
this is it! More meat and Sahara!
That's it. That's incredible.
Finished.
Let's roll.
Okay, Rashid.
Rashid had to drive us out to Oasis Sakra to get our camels.
Where? Oh, you gonna stand up? Okay, big guy. Wow, they're big.
Apparently, he's the beast of the pack. But I think I can handle him. You just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are with a camel, what you're allowed to do or what you should be aware of. But I guess we'll just learn quick.
That's very good to know.
Strongest.
We were surprised to find out the camels weren't for riding, but for carrying our gear. We'd be walking right next to them the whole way.
Oh, they're covering them up, protecting them. All right. Hassan, okay.
Well, I don't know what to expect today for this camel trek. You know, I'm just hoping we don't see too many viper snakes or scorpions. I don't know what we're gonna sleep in, but yeah, that's all part of the adventure.
But Sahara Desert is a tough place. It's not to be taken lightly. A lot of people come out here and they die, lack of water or food, or they get lost. So that's why we took a couple of local guides, Hassan and Rashid and Mohammed. These guys are nomads from the desert, and they know this place better than anyone else. And that's why we took them, for safety, for friendship, for a cultural experience. Rashid just told us that in his lifetime, he's never seen water like this here. This is the first time. Incredible.
With the rain comes these beautiful bushes and the flowers, and everything comes to life. So, you know, a few small showers and sprinkles, it's all worth it because the beauty just seemed to spring to life. Seeing these camels grazing in pastures of yellow-flowered bushes was stunning. Something I never, ever expected to see in the Sahara Desert. Some dark without that full moon. Yeah. It's a pretty cool thing when you're in the Sahara Desert and a big, beautiful, full moon is above you.
This is soft sand.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They're like
Rashid finally found us a spot to stop for the night.
Perfect, Rashid.
Good work, Dopey.
Perfect.
Good work, Dopey. In a couple of days, boys, this is going to be buried in the Sahara.
I'm sleeping on the desert tonight in a blanket, and I know there's snakes here, and I know there's scorpions, but I didn't know there were spiders. Another thing for me to worry about.
I don't think he's poisonous because he doesn't have bright colors on him.
Well...
Oh!
Look at his fangs. He doesn't look happy now, does he?
Oh!
Look what we found.
Yeah, it's difficult.
This?
Dangerous?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yo, ولكن
It bite?
Yeah, it's bite, yeah.
Yeah?
It's Sahara, it's snake, it's hair,
Snake,
the
viper, scorpion.
Leo, scorpion, it's Sahara.
Don't tell me this. Soon
Yeah.
I go to bed. I don't want to know this.
It's sleeping for you, no problem.
No problem?
Sleep, inshallah. No problem.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
I hope.
For
Inshallah.
Yalla.
Inshallah.
We need to get out into the desert to bury our treasure chest. That's the plan of this trip. So we're close, we're getting closer, we're nearly there.
Sahara is snake, it's hair,
Snake,
the
viper,
Leo, scorpion.
We came in last night and it was really late. We walked in the dark and we could just see a faint outline in the distance of sand dunes. I had no idea what I was going to wake up to. Getting out of the tent today, all there was big, beautiful sand dunes.
We woke up this morning and climbed a sand dune, then looked behind us and it was sand as far as the eye can see. Just hills and different shapes and colors. Spectacular. It's beautiful. The desert is stunning, but there's, nastiness to it, and this tree is one of them. It can cause blindness. If you hit the plant itself, spores can go airborne, and if they get anywhere near your eyes, permanent blindness. Pretty nasty.
So we're in the desert now. We're completely surrounded in Sahara and sand dunes, and we're gonna take the camels for a little ride. We were walking them yesterday. Today we're gonna try to ride them, and that should be interesting. Then maybe go for a little toboggan, and just continue on further into the desert. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, very important. This here.
He's got worse breath than you.
You have to hold on to the back and the front because you...
Come on, Rick, fella, that's it. Aye. Yeah. Come on. Aye, nice work.
Yeah,
No problem?
No problem.
Okay.
It's good.
It's good, it's very good.
Come on, Grumpy. Up you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, holy, it's high. He's huge. Yalla, yalla. Yalla. Good job, Grumpy.
Yeah, he's rocking now.
Yeah. This is the desert 4x4, the 8x8.
Hey.
Yalla.
Let's have a race, boys.
All right. Yalla.
All right.
Yalla.
Come on, fella.
Come on, Grumpy.
Hey, yalla, yalla.
Boys,
Yalla.
they only have one gear, and that's slow.
Yalla.
I know.
Yeah, these guys know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They say, I'm not running. Come on, run.
I think we're doing well just to have him walking. The winds in the desert are continuously changing the landscape.
Those are big hills.
Tobogganing in the Sahara.
It was so fun to get up in the dunes with those sleds. It was hilarious.
Premier?
Rashid and Hussein have never seen snow toboggans. I mean, they're for snow, so why would they? But they had no idea. It was the first time that they would ever get on toboggan. And the boys thought they were going to work, but I knew they weren't going to work. I knew that they weren't going to work in the sand.
Oh, no, they're not going!
I told you they wouldn't work.
Oh, no! They don't work! We dragged these stupid toboggans from
I knew they weren't going to work.
Oh,
He's
she's winning!
the best winning, no way.
Winning, go!
I knew they weren't going to work. I should have just left them when I threw them down. I should have just left them right there. I mean, they're for snow. But it was hilarious watching the boys. They were really excited. We're like a bunch of kids.
1, 2, 12!
On the last day of the camel safari, we started making our way to Mahmoud's home village. We didn't even realize at first that it was going to be his home village, but as we started getting there, these little children started running up to us, and they were Mahmoud's children.
Baby?
Hello. Ça va?
Hello.
Maybe no English.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ah.
Assalamu alaikum.
It was pretty neat. And then the closer we came to the village, women and children and men all started coming out, and it really felt like it was a homecoming.
Très bien.
It's a pretty amazing village. These people are semi-nomadic goat herders, and they have a few camels, and there's a well nearby, so this is why they've chosen this place to live for a while. And it's just full of kids, a few families collected here together. They live in tents and stone houses, and very basic living, very tough living, but warm, friendly, beautiful people.
I think the plan is now we're staying here for the night, and to thank them, we're buying a goat, and it's going to be a bit of a feast. We'll have the goat, and we'll share it together, and that's it. Tomorrow, we're going to bury the treasure, and that's it for this trip.
His village is a very loving, caring village, very welcoming village. And they're all nomads.
No.
We must be quiet. Nene, okay? And we're gonna all have a big meal together, and that should be a lot of fun.
They were using absolutely everything. Heart and the liver, kidneys, all the offal or the innards.
For them, it's a delicacy. Here, when you call somebody liver, it's like calling someone sweetheart at home, which I found quite funny. So it's an honor when they give you the liver, the kidneys, and the heart to eat, because that's what they think is one of the best parts of the animal.
Wow. Tagine. Tagine.
Oh, magnifique.
It's traditional here, too, when there's a group of people, to make one massive plate, like a huge couscous or a huge tagine, and everyone just shares off of that one plate. So, again, on our last night in Mahmoud's village, we did that again. They came out with two massive platters, one of tagine and one of couscous. We're really into the heart of Morocco now. It's not often you get to go into such a small village, a collection of huts, and you're welcomed in. Wow, really a special thing. We only had one thing left to do in the morning: bury our treasure. Unfortunately, a big sandstorm came in just as we headed out.
Let's have a race, boys. Come on.
All right.
So really, the trip's over.
Oh, no, they're not going.
I told you they wouldn't work.
The only thing left for us is to head back out to the dunes and bury the treasure.
We finally made it out of the sandstorm and found a perfect spot to bury the treasure box.
This is the perfect tree to bury a treasure.
It does look great. Ah, it's such a good marker.
Like
you
a
miss
pirate's
that tree if you're blind.
Like a big pirate's tree.
It is.
Squades and Creston and I came here to bury a treasure box. And we did it. We buried it in a beautiful place for some other crazy adventurer to come and dig up. But the treasure was just an excuse for us to come to Morocco and do what we do best, and that's travel off the beaten path and travel with the locals.
Let's put her in, boys.
Very
Oh, she's deep. I'm gonna drop it. Oh, look at that! Yeah. So that is a treasure.
That's it. That's why we came all this way, to bury this sucker.
Look at that beauty in there.
I think half the reason I travel is to experience things for the first time. And experiencing the Sahara Desert and these sand dunes with my brothers, fabulous.
It's the people that made the place for me. Last night, the village leader, Muhammad's father, was laying beside me in a big nomad tent, and all of a sudden he reaches over, pulls the blankets up to my chin, and tucks me in. I mean, you can't get better than that. Treasure well done, boys.
Back to Marrakesh.
I hope somebody finds that. It'll have to be some serious digging.
I can't wait for the next trip.
I don't know how these people live up here all year round.
We're in Nunavut, the Canadian Arctic. One word to explain. My lips are frozen. We're about to do a skidoo trip, a caribou hunt with the Inuit elders.
My brothers and I pride ourselves on getting off the beaten track. Well, there is no track up here.
Nice looking Inukshuk, eh? I think we're stupid. I don't know how we're gonna do this one, but, well, 3 brothers going out. We'll have to see how many come back.
Vamos, vamos!
I've never seen anything this beautiful.
This is crazy. Hey, boy.
Settle down, fellas. You never seen a white guy before?
We're here in Rankin Inlet in Nunavut, and the temperature this morning's probably, well, we're not quite sure, -30, -40 with wind.
It's so cold out. I gotta get better clothes.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe the cold that you feel here. The only way I can compare it is if you have a chest freezer, crawl in that for the day. Spend the day in there. That's what it's like here. I mean, it's fine if you're close to a town. If you get cold, you can run in the house and get warm, but once you're out in skidoos and you're staying in igloos and tents, if you get a chill, you'll get frostbite, you'll get hypothermia, and you'll die. And I am scared. I truly am scared.
If there was ever a classic Eagar Brothers trip, this is it. We're here to do a hunting expedition with the Inuit people. The Inuit people survive by hunting and fishing, and that's what we're going to do here for this week.
Nunavut means our land in the Inuktitut language, and it's a big journey. It took us 4 flights from Toronto to get up here. So the plan of this trip is to move from Rankin Inlet down to Whale Cove. Then from Whale Cove, we're going to go down to Arviat. It's not a great geographical distance, but on skidoo, it is challenging. Very extreme cold, extreme everything, basically.
Nice to be in the warmth again.
We headed into the grocery store to warm up and get some food for the trip.
Aisle number 3. I can't read what's down here.
Oh, chips and cereals.
Looks like a cross between Korean and ancient Egyptian.
Holy. $13. It's not even popped. You have to pop it yourself and it's $13. I don't know what we're gonna eat. Find the cheapest thing and let's buy lots of it.
We just gotta get fish and caribou.
$13 for grape juice.
A liter, how much is it?
$20 for 3.5 liters of orange juice.
That's what I expect.
Well, we won't be drinking any juice.
Dog food.
$59, $60 for a little bag of food.
No wonder they feed them seals.
Yeah. You'd have to feed them seals because it's $60 a bag of dog food.
We can get some ice cream. Whoa, that's the cheapest thing. Ice cream. Funny for that.
We met up with the 2 Inuit hunters that we'd be traveling with.
Hello. Hello, Steve.
I'm with me. Jeff. It was nice meeting Jack the Elder and Nico. Nico, he's a fun lad, you know, he's young, he's strong. Jack, very wise, very strong. You know, they know this land, they know what it's about. They've lived it all their lives. You know, we didn't come to see the sights of Rankin Inlet. We came to see the people and the culture.
This is our spring. Nice day.
Holy spring, it's freezing.
They're our lifeline to this place. Without them, I'll die in a matter of hours here. So I'm going to stick close to these guys. Hopefully a blizzard doesn't come in and separate us while we're on the skidoos or out in the tundra. If not, I'll die. And I'm going to listen to what these guys tell me to do. I'm going to behave myself.
We had a bit of fun on the sled dogs. I was expecting, you know, a stand-up mushing type kind of sled dog, but these you actually lie down on in the prone position and away you go.
I couldn't turn them, I couldn't stop them, I couldn't do anything. All it was a matter of getting on the sled and hanging on for dear life. The dogs just ran me around the frozen lake for a while.
There was no controlling them. I'm not sure how these Inuit people control the dogs. I'm not sure how they do anything up here. For example, when we're out in the middle of the frozen tundra, how do I take a pee? And even worse, how do I take a poop out there? You can't take off your pants. Your buns will freeze. So how do you take a poop when you're out in the middle of the Arctic, freezing Arctic? Very strange, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see.
So we're going from, this is Rankin, right? This is Whale Cove here? Is that Whale Cove? Yeah, that's Whale Cove.
That's Whale Cove over here. That's
Is there a name for Whale Cove in Nunavut?
Yeah, there's Rankin is Kangaklinik.
What is it?
Kangaklinik. Kangaklinik.
Gosh, that's hard because it's said with your throat kind of, isn't it? Rather than...
And Whale Cove is Tikiragdra.
Oh, that's a hard one. Say that one again.
Tikiragdra.
Tikiragdra.
So 200 miles this whole trip?
200 miles to Arviat.
That's far.
On the sea ice, it can get pretty rough.
Yeah.
Are you guys up for it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think
the weather stays nice.
You guys aren't gonna give up halfway?
No. You know, we need warm clothes, Nico. If you can sort us out with warm clothes, I think if you're warm, you're happy. Oh.
I've got something for you guys to wear for your journey.
Nico's wife, Juanita, hooked us up with some warm clothes.
Nice.
Great.
This has a bit of blood on it, but
okay.
Nico used that to go caribou hunting.
That's great. That's what we need.
Look at these
Blocks all the sun.
pants. Incredible. And this one's made out of seal skin. These will not only keep you warm, but they will help you survive out on the land.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a sealskin parka.
Wow.
You look like an Inuk for real.
Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. I feel like an Inuk.
Yeah, they knew how to dress.
Wow.
Living in that he does look like an Inuk.
I'm just getting some sun over here, boys. Working on my tan. It's weird, because when you squeeze your eyeballs tight, you can feel how cold your eyeballs are.
We had just one more thing to do before we could leave for our hunting trip.
Can we go now?
Yeah, we'll head out shortly. We'll just have to check the weather. Anytime you head out, you have to check the forecast.
Environment Canada has updated a severe weather bulletin for Kivalik area. A blizzard warning is issued for Rankin region, including Whale Cove.
A blizzard for Rankin?
So it's a blizzard warning.
Oh. Blizzard, eh?
Sounds like it.
So we can't go.
Oh, I kind of doubt it.
Oh, man. How long does a blizzard last? Could it last like days? Or a day?
Could last anywhere from a day to a week.
Oh. Seriously?
If there was ever a classic Eagar Brothers trip, this is it.
This is a sealskin parka.
We're here to do a hunting expedition with the Inuit people.
A blizzard warning is issued for Rankin region, including Whale Cove.
Well, looks like we're not leaving this afternoon. It's going to be pushed off until tomorrow morning. It's a good idea. You know, you don't mess around up here. It's pretty cold. There is a blizzard down south, so we're just being smart for a change.
We passed some time by checking out some local throat singers.
You said you lost. What do you mean you lost?
I lost because I stopped first. We were competing to have the last sound.
Okay. How do you make that noise that goes, like kind of like a...
The deep voice?
Yeah.
It's down here, it comes from out here.
Yes.
And the diaphragm.
Oh.
Make a sound like a bear does.
No, it's a growl.
No. You're getting it. Yeah. That's not bad.
Really?
Maybe he can compete with me.
Is this still a popular form of music in Nunavut, in Inuit community?
Yes, it's getting, our culture is getting back.
Excellent.
It was banned 100 years ago.
Banned?
It was banned by the church when it came up north.
That's so horrible.
And now we're reclaiming it back.
Day 2 in Rankin Inlet.
Today's the first day of our actual seal and caribou hunt that we're going on with the elders. So we're finally going to get to leave Rankin Inlet. It's a fabulous little place, you know, beautiful little inlet, and fabulous people, but we're ready to go. You know, we want to hit the road, we want to get on the skidoos and get off for this adventure. We were ready to go, but the weather got bad again.
Jack said, just hang on. He just called. He said, go this way. It's no fun driving in a skidoo like this because it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel completely comfortable going out, starting a hunting trip in this type of weather. It's not, you can't see anything.
All right.
We're ready.
We're stuck again.
Rankin Inlet,
I don't
baby.
think Mother Nature wants us to leave Rankin Inlet.
Well, she does, but she wants us to enjoy it for a little while and not rush out.
You're getting it. Yeah.
Today's the first day of our actual seal and caribou hunt that we're going on with the elders. So we're finally going to get to leave Rankin Inlet.
We're ready. Stuck again.
Rankin Inlet,
I don't
baby.
think Mother Nature wants us to leave Rankin Inlet.
A few hours later, the weather got better.
Finally getting ready to go here. Still in Rankin Inlet. Really keen to get on the road, get moving. But skies are clear, storm warning's down, so we're ready to go.
Are we ready?
No sweat.
Most weather in the Arctic.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
We had to bring extra fuel, extra clothes, sleeping bags, a gun for protection, and frozen meat for our meals.
Everything here is different from where I grew up and how I live my day-to-day life. It feels so strange, but I'm still in Canada. Like, I'm Canadian and this is Canada, but yet it feels like a different part of the world. I feel real privileged to be up here and experiencing this.
We started towards Whale Cove, but quickly started running into trouble.
We just started out, but we're having problems already. One of the skidoos is not working, and Nico's going back to town. Nico will meet us later. Hopefully everything works out, but a little rough start now.
What a twist of events today. Winds started really picking up, visibility started dropping, then blowing snow, and before we knew it, we were in blizzard conditions. As quick as that. And suddenly the whole attitude of the trip changed. You know, it went from a fun hunting trip to dangerous situation, and not the kind of situation you want to be in, really.
When we got to the halfway point, the weather was really getting bad. Luckily, the elder Tikuk, his summer cottage was there, and we could stop there.
Thankfully for Jack's cabin, once we got there, we just kind of regrouped and said, listen, it's far too dangerous to go on. It's literally a blizzard. You can't see far. And now it's to a point of, it's intimidating. It's quite scary.
Everything's an issue right now. Nico had to go back because of his broken snowmobile. We're left with the elder halfway to our destination that we were heading tonight. What should we do?
We better go back to that.
Yes?
Like, snow, we're going to get snow inside.
Okay.
If they get snow inside, they won't work? They won't work.
The elder Tikuk, his biggest concern was we had to go back to Rankin Inlet because the machines wouldn't start the next morning and we'd be stranded there.
Do you know the way back to Rankin Inlet in this weather?
Yes, yes.
No problem?
No problem.
You can find your way back?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Can you drive slow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's scary up here in the Arctic because it is so inhospitable. I've never seen anything like it in my life. When you get out there on the tundra, it is just an unforgiving terrain.
It is a bit intimidating looking around and not being able to see where you are, let alone the person 20 feet in front of you. And it's so cold, you just fight to keep warm.
There's no protection, there's no safety nets. When you get out there on the ice, it's just you as a group, and you're against some of the toughest environmental conditions you're ever going to face.
Visibility started dropping, and before we knew it, we were in blizzard conditions.
We better go back to that.
We thought, let's just be smart about this and turn back.
We made it back to Rankin Inlet just at dark, probably 30 miles in skidoos through harsh wind and tough conditions, and we're right back to where we started.
Huevos.
Gravy, you got gravy.
We're gearing up to get out of Rankin Inlet again today, but I've given up on the fact of trying to reach the destination until we're there. We're going to get on the skidoos today and aim for Whale Cove. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get to Whale Cove, but we'll try. We'll see.
The difference between today and yesterday is mind-boggling. Yesterday we couldn't see 20 feet in front of us, and today, visibility, you could see forever. No trees, just ice and white and the beautiful different colors of blue in the sky. You know, it's a fun feeling, just letting the mind wander when you're cruising across the Arctic tundra. The cold was bearable. It's probably only -30, -35. I think we're getting a little bit tougher, which is good, but beautiful. The Canadian Arctic is a sensational place.
Now this is what it's supposed to be like.
Yesterday we had pre-blizzard conditions, but this is the bright, beautiful blue Arctic. It's amazing.
It's just fabulous. This is 100% perfect.
We were on the skidoos for about 6 hours, and it was absolutely fantastic. The sun was out. It was freezing, but it was beautiful to travel. And we made it to Whale Cove, which is nice. It's a nice feeling to be out on the road and finally make our way.
Whale Cove! We made it to Whale Cove. Mother Nature tried to stop us 3 days, but we finally made it to Whale Cove. Awesome. I love it. Whale Cove, 200 people in the middle of the Arctic.
In winter, there's not much for the locals to do except hunt and fish and play hockey and Inuit games.
This is 1 foot high kick.
Wow, you make it look easy.
That's good. You've got to jump off 2 feet. If you're kicking with your right foot, if you're kicking the seal with your right foot, you've got to land on that foot and hop twice on that same foot so they know that you've landed on it. But the funny thing is, these Inuit games were played hundreds of years ago, and they were played to show who was the strongest hunter.
Oh, it's getting high.
Oh!
Oh! He's out!
I found that it took a lot of core strength. It wasn't even your legs so much. It wasn't about your leg strength, but it was more about using your arms to really propel yourself, and then your core midsection to extend your leg up.
1. Oh my gosh. 2. 6'4". 6'4".
Oh, he's gone! He's gone! He's gone!
Oh! Okay.
And I was quite surprised. Chris did really well. He did well. He held his own.
1,
2. 6'9".
Oh, wow.
6'9". Oh! 2. Oh! Wow! 7'3" to the bottom of that seal. 7'3". Oh my word!
Ah! First time ever playing the high kick, and the Inuit people are certainly much better than we are. But it was a lot of fun.
Holy, you can smell it. Strong.
This is dinner?
This is our dinner.
We had a traditional Inuit meal, and it was incredible.
They pulled out a big slab of quack, or frozen caribou. Then there was beautiful Arctic char, a bag of cooked seal, and then a slab of raw whale blubber. Just things, you know, you only read about people eating, and here we are sitting around with the natives of this land and sharing with them in the food that kept them existing for generations.
He grew up eating seal.
Oh, yeah?
Really? Seal is the most nutritious food you can eat.
No way.
Yeah. Let's say you ate only fish, you couldn't survive. You need different
proteins,
nutrients.
vitamins.
Seal, you can eat it all the time and survive.
That's
Right?
really
Because it has
everything.
so many nutrients.
That's correct. TK, that's why you're so strong.
Here we go. I'm trying seal.
This is very, very, very oily.
Yeah.
But not bad.
No, but oily, eh?
Well, I don't mind the texture, and I don't mind the taste, but I just can't stand the smell of it.
Really?
Nico, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
But not good either.
Want some more?
No.
It's one of those meals that when you look at it, it doesn't look too appetizing, but when you eat it, it tastes good.
First caribou caught last week.
Yeah?
Last got it. You? Wow, that is delicious.
That's so good, Tigger.
Just the blubber? Narwhal blubber.
Narwhal. And raw. Is it? I must say, that's the only thing that doesn't look nice. Rubbery. Sweet. Not so nice.
Really? Not so nice?
I like it. The taste is very subtle. There's no taste to it.
It's just the skin part. I like the fat part, but the skin's a little bit like... It's not too bad, though. You know what? This is great because you don't have to cook anything, so you waste your time. You just...
Take it out of the freezer, literally.
Eat it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
That's very good.
Today we start the second half of the trip.
We're leaving Whale Cove today, and we're starting our way to Arviat.
We'll go halfway tonight and sleep in an igloo. Hopefully we'll try to shoot a caribou on the way.
Good. Today will probably be the toughest day of the trip so far. A lot of distance to cover. The winds are fairly sharp as well. And the thing is, tonight we're not crawling into a cabin. We're crawling into an igloo. So, you know, a hard day out in the snow, and then tonight we crawl into the snow.
We're on the edge of the Hudson Bay, and right out here in front of us is all frozen ice floe.
We had plans on going out on the ice floe for seal hunting, but there was a heavy south wind, and all the locals said it's too dangerous because the ice moves around too much with the wind. So if you're on an ice patch near the ice floe and it breaks off, you're in big, big trouble. So they suggested not to go, and I mean, the locals know best. So we decided to go ice fishing.
Well, can you see any fish then?
No.
No, maybe we're in the wrong place.
Incredible, that auger. Punching holes, 7-foot holes in the ice. Nico, he's a tough fella, and he was putting those holes through like nothing.
Holy jeez, that is thick!
Pretty crazy. When Jeff was doing it, he was so exhausted he could hardly even move the thing.
These Inuit guys are so tough and so strong, I couldn't even finish drilling. They make it look so easy. I can't drill the hole, I can't catch any fish, I'd starve to death. Wait, what did Tiku got? Really? No.
Wow, this is classic.
Okay. No, he's fibbing. No, he's making a plastic worm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do have plastic worms, though.
Funny.
Are you serious?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's great, Tikuk.
Yeah, that's classic, man.
Tika sat beside me and he just started singing. And I asked him what he was doing, and he said he's singing to the fish. It helps catch fish. And he told me this song was about the Inuit people who went out looking for the fish, asking for the fish to swim towards them so they could catch. It was really nice. It was almost like a lullaby. I almost went to sleep.
Fishing isn't about catching the fish for the boys and I, it's about having a good time. With the Inuits, fishing is about catching fish because they needed to survive. And it scared me to think that 100 years ago or only 40 or 50 years ago that if they didn't catch fish, their family would starve.
Hey! Hey! You got a fish! All right, Tikuk!
Didn't really fare out very well in the fishing. Tikuk was the only one who caught a fish.
Look.
And we actually we cut it up and had a little sushi on the ice.
That's a good-sized trout for home, actually.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's nice, Tiki. Good fish.
I think it might have tasted better in a pan, though.
This is like a troutsicle. Not bad. Good. Skin's not good, but it's good, yeah. Not bad.
You're the only one who caught a fish today. Not bad?
Yeah. We bought this in Rankin Inlet. Our first day.
I forgot about that.
Ice cream.
All right.
Ice cream.
Yeah, this is better than fish, eh? That's good.
I don't know.
Mamak. Yeah. Mamak means good? Mamak. Mamak. Yeah. I can't believe we're sitting on ice eating a frozen popsicle. We're not the smartest, eh?
I don't know.
I firmly say this is the toughest Eagar brother journey to date, and it's worth it.
The goal of this trip is an Inuit hunting and fishing trip. And so far, it's we haven't really done that. Caught a little minnow and no seals. The ice, we can't get to the ice floe, the edge. So caribou's the pot of gold now we're looking for.
Chances of seeing a caribou is anyone's guess. I can't promise we're gonna see some, but maybe we will.
Suddenly, Nico and Tico spotted caribou tracks.
Oh, tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk, to me.
Oh, yeah? Caribou?
Huh?
Caribou track. 2 days. 2 days.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
2 days, eh?
Bull.
Yeah, big bull.
Yeah.
Oh. How the heck do you know it's 2 days?
You could tell it's 2 days because we had south wind for 2 days now, and the drifts are only from the south.
Ah. Hey, that's good.
No drifts from the north.
We decided to stop for the night and build our igloo near the caribou tracks.
What type of snow or what are you looking for?
Thick snow, nice and hard, and steady, not hard, soft, hard, soft, hard. All even.
It was incredible to see TK and Nico make that igloo. I've never seen it done before, and I certainly have never slept in one.
That's a lot of work to build an igloo if you're doing this for all the bricks for the igloo.
The first one piece is the hardest.
The first piece is the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice one.
Oh, TK, you build it around the brick hole. Wow.
TK is teaching us a great deal on this trip, and so much about the Inuit people, as is Nico. And it's great to have those guys on the trip. They're wonderful to have along. And if it wasn't for them, we couldn't do this trip. I mean, we don't know the land. We wouldn't know how to survive. So I'm loving it.
Here, TK got lifted. You're 70. You shouldn't be lifting.
During the Skidoo trip yesterday, we stopped for a little while, and I was talking to Tikuk the elder, and I asked him, why are you here, Tikuk? Why are you coming out? You have 13 kids. You can be home relaxing. He told me, it was very interesting. He said he just doesn't want to sit and grow old and die. He wants to do things. He wanted to come out here with us and teach us about his culture and be busy and be doing things. It's crazy. He wants to come out in minus 40 and way out in this emptiness, but he loves it. He said, it's very beautiful. This is my home.
Pat it down as well to make it look a little nicer.
This has got to be one of the coolest things I've ever done on all my travels. We are building an igloo way out in the middle of the Arctic with Tikik the Elder, who was born in an igloo 70 years ago. It's just, this is so cool. It's something that I never thought I'd ever do, and now I'm doing it, and I can hardly believe it. It's fantastic.
Nukakahani isimagivi. He thinks they're pretty friendly and they're having fun, so it's fun to be around. But don't tell them we said that.
Hey!
TK, good job!
Done? Finished?
Yeah, take a...
Wow, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good job. You must be tired.
No.
That's 2 hours of work.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I want to go in and have a look.
Go ahead.
Wow.
That's amazing.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, this is the coolest.
Architecturally, the igloo is unique because it's a dome that entirely supports itself.
That spiral's incredible. Look at the way it just spirals. Just like almost like a seashell.
Yeah.
Right to the top. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Before we went to bed, we had boiled caribou for dinner. Nico prepared it inside their tent.
Oh, wow, it's warm in here.
Wow. Tuk-tuk again.
Nice, I could eat it every day.
Tuk-tuk every day. Especially when you're hungry.
Yeah. When you're outdoors all day. After building an igloo, you get hungry.
It's the best igloo I've ever seen.
It's the only igloo I've ever seen.
Last night before we went to bed in the igloo, TK started whistling. And I said, TK, what are you doing? He said, I'm calling the Northern Lights. So that's how they call the Northern Lights.
And wow, we were treated to a spectacle. Neon green all across the sky, constantly moving and changing.
I'm gonna give this gun to you so just in case there's a polar bear or a wolf or a wolverine.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
In case for polar bear?
Never know.
That's smart.
Never know. We always keep one when we're sleeping, so
No way.
never know what there might be out there in the dark.
Oh, so is it on safety now?
Do you know how to use a gun?
Yeah. Okay, it's on safety now, eh?
Is it loaded? No. There's 2 bullets in there. Yeah. 2 bullets, so...
I've never gone to bed with a gun before, to be honest.
No?
Nope.
Don't freak out on us.
Looks so comfy with all these blankets.
Where's the gun?
Over there. I was a little bit nervous when Nico brought the gun out. When someone's passing you a gun to go to bed, you really don't sleep too easy. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's chances you may get attacked by a polar bear. Just in case, here's a gun if you have to use it. I found that a little bit daunting.
Good night, boys.
The drifts are only from the south.
We're down to the last quarter of the journey left. But all in all, you know, this journey's going great.
I've never gone to bed with a gun before, to be honest. This morning's probably got to be one of the coldest mornings yet. I don't know if it's just the coldest or the fact that we slept in the igloo last night. This morning you get up, your boots are frozen solid, your mitts are frozen solid, your hat's frozen solid, everything is just a block of ice. I really don't know how they used to do it.
It's 100% worth the discomfort, the frostbite, and the pain. 100% worth it. Oh, look at my nose. That's frostbite. Look at that. I've been out here for about 3 minutes and my nose is freezing. And as you see, that's the side that's facing the wind. The side away from the wind is fine, but that's frostbite. Look at that. After having breakfast, we were getting camp ready, and Nico and Tika were scanning the horizon for caribou. And all of a sudden, they started calling over, saying that they spotted the herd straight from our camp.
There's some caribou up there.
Caribou?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, up there.
plain as day.
Oh, I see them now, too.
Oh, over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay,
Check him out.
remember Nico's first advice. Don't panic. Don't get too excited. Wow, I can't believe this. We got up, we're breaking down camp to go hunt the caribou, and they come right into our camp. They're half a mile out in front of our tent. So this is what we came for, and we might just get it. I wasn't sure. I didn't believe whether we get one or not, but I think we might get one. The hunt's on.
You could really feel the intensity of the whole hunt. The adrenaline of everybody in the camp was thick.
Nico was pretty clever in that he was always staying downwind so that they couldn't hear us as well and couldn't smell us. So he knew what he was doing.
About 200 yards, Nico took a shot, but he's too far away, so we came even closer. But it was crazy, because I thought at the first shot it would scare the caribou away, but they really didn't move. It was all so intense and so electrifying. Get him?
Nico, nice shot. All right.
Hey, Sophia, do you feel sad after shooting an animal, Nico? No?
No. Because I know we're gonna use it.
Use all of it, eh?
All of it, yeah.
Well, I guess it's true. I mean, he's wearing caribou pants and boots, and you eat all the meat.
We eat all the meat because they're too expensive at the store.
Yeah, it's right though, yeah?
Are you sad?
Yeah, not here. I used to hunt before when I was a kid with my dad, and we'd eat the meat, but we never used the skins, and we never, never used the whole animal. So after a while, I started feeling bad about killing the animal. But here, I understand, you have to. You use everything.
Yeah.
So it's part of your livelihood. You need it. There's nothing else here. No vegetables, nothing. Yeah. Plus, you use it all.
Yeah.
You're not wasting any. You're not shooting animals just for the fun of it.
And we don't catch way too many that we're gonna waste it.
Well, that's the first thing I noticed. I said, "You're gonna shoot another one?" He said, "No, all we need is one."
Hanobina. Well, take it with us, put it in the back of the hamutik, bring it to the igloo, have some lunch, and then go to Arviat.
But I think the craziest thing about the entire hunt was when we brought it back to clean and skin the animal.
It's natural for the people up here to just eat it raw as soon as they get a wild animal, to start eating the liver raw and the stomach raw.
There's some caribou up there.
Today we'll drive the last little leg of the trip into Arviat. And it was a successful hunt.
Nico, nice shot.
Oh, not too hard.
No.
Tikuk's favorite part of the caribou is fresh bone marrow. So he took the legs, and we all shared some fresh caribou bone marrow. Again, something that I never expected to do.
Very soft.
Yeah.
It's all marrow there, yeah?
Yeah.
It's marrow.
Yeah.
Is this your favorite part of the animal?
Yeah.
Is this your favorite part?
Oh,
Favorite part. Thanks for taking us hunting, DK. Thank you.
Yeah.
Soft.
Like buttery, eh?
Not so much flavor.
Yeah?
No.
Not bad.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's like milk. Like egg yolk.
Yeah.
Look, see, he eats the stomach.
Really?
I've never really seen anything like it in my life. Nico was cleaning the animal, and he brought all the entrails and put them all in the snow. And then TK came over, and the entrails were still hot. And TK started cutting pieces of liver off and eating it raw. Then he cut into the stomach lining and started eating that raw. To look at it, you need a strong constitution.
Can I try a piece of liver?
Want to try?
Yeah, liver?
So it was weird.
to be hovering over it, all of us huddled around the entrails, and TK sharing the liver with us.
That's good, man.
Seriously?
Seriously, that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, Chigagga. That's delicious. It's warm. It's the best liver I've ever had.
Yeah?
No.
I don't know if I really want to try raw liver.
Yeah, squids, I'm telling you, you won't mind it.
Not bad.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I really never pictured myself sitting around the entrails of an animal, picking at different parts of it,
But it's
eating
good.
it raw.
Then we continued on, you know, after the hunt. We went back, took down camp, started our way to Arviat. And I think that was the climax of the trip, the night in the igloo and getting the caribou. So there was nothing left to do when we got to Arviat. You know, the trip's over, it was a good one.
This is probably one of the best cultural experiences I've ever had. It was so nice to have Nico and Tikik with us the whole time. Having an elder being able to share his wealth of knowledge and experiences that he had was just absolutely incredible.
A lot of people, when they hear Nunavut or the Canadian Arctic, they just think of cold and inhospitable. But you come up here, and it's a whole new world. It's warm in a way, you know? It's so beautiful and so friendly.
It was a remarkable adventure. It's freezing cold up here, and it's harsh and it's inhospitable, but in my heart, I'm a little bit sad to leave.
I can't wait for the next trip.